What are you holding in your hand at all?
That's the first mobile phone I ever owned it. And I bought it, I was living in London at the time. And it might look a bit big and awkward and all the rest of it now, but at the time it was state of the art. And I remember, we were living in a caravan at the time, so that's why I bought it. And they were very expensive to use. And I remember walking around with this and people would be looking at you with a phone with no wire going anywhere, and it was just, everyone was like, it was like something that was coming out of Star Trek. And now, lads would look at them and the phones got so small and small. But now, mind you, the phones are getting bigger and bigger again. We might end up with these again, Mick. Because they all got to about that size, and now they're coming back this size again.
What year was that, eh?
I'd say I worked for a lithium company in England at the time, and I know I left them in 1989, so it probably was somewhere in the mid-80s, I'd say, you know. But they were rare now, you know. They were rare as hen's teeth. Now, I tell you, that time very few people had them, and I wouldn't have even had the money for that. The lads living in the caravan, I needed some way of contacting them, you know. So I think as far as I remember, it was something like that time, 85 or 6 pence, sterling that time a minute. Now that mightn't sound a lot now, but at the time it was something you'd only barely make a quick phone call on, you know. You there? You all right? Has anybody killed you? Goodbye. Job done. So and I kept it all those years. Actually, it's been stuck up in the attic and it's gone around me in different places. It's been in many different attics actually. That has been since then. I'm glad I didn't get rid of it now, you know.
And what was the number? Can you remember?
Oh God, it's too long to remember. Can't remember that now. Jeez, Mick, I can hardly remember my own name. I can't remember a number from 86, 96, 2000, 2016. That's 35 or 6 years ago. I was the same Blackwater 35 or 6 years ago. So that's the story. One of the first mobile phones.
And a fancy case for it as well.
Well, the fancy case for it, yeah. And I suppose because you had to carry it around so much, you know, because you wouldn't be carrying it around in your hand like this. So I mean, often you had to carry it like that. And I tell you, I know you can't feel it, but it's quite heavy.
Yeah.